Let's solve a little digital mystery, one that you've probably run into dozens of times without even realizing there was a case to be solved. We're talking about that brief, kind of weird interruption that just stops you in your tracks while you're browsing.
Oh, you definitely know this screen. You click a link, you're ready to read an article or check something out, and bam, you're stopped dead. Just a moment. It's like a pause button you never hit, a sudden, totally unexplained delay.
And that's the real mystery, isn't it? We all see this screen, we wait a few seconds, and then we just move on. But behind those two little words, something really complex is happening. Something is deciding right then and there if you're even allowed to see the page you wanted. So, what is actually going on? Okay, to get what's happening, you got to think of this page as a digital police lineup. And guess what? You're the main suspect. The one big question being asked is simple, and it's aimed right at you. Are you a real person, or are you a bot? And right there, the accusation is clear as day. This page isn't just wasting your time, it's actively defending the website from a very specific threat. And just like that, we've met the villain of our little story, the malicious bot. So, this is the core conflict. On one side, you've got, well, you, a human, just trying to read an article, right? You're using a browser, you're moving a mouse, you have a history stored in your cookies. But on the other side, you've got the bot, just a piece of code, maybe trying to steal data or crash the server. The system's job is to tell you two apart, and it has to do it in seconds. I mean, that really boils it down, right? This page has one job and one job only. It's not loading the cool article you wanted to read. It's not even technically part of that website yet. Its entire reason for being is to run a quick test on you, to verify that you are, in fact, human. All right, so if this is an investigation, every good detective knows you've got to look for clues. So let's put on our detective hats for a second and check out the evidence that's been right there in plain sight the whole time. And boom, clue number one. This isn't just a friendly suggestion, it's a command. This tells us exactly what tools the investigator is using to run its test. If you don't have these enabled, hey, the case just can't move forward.
So what are we talking about here? JavaScript and cookies? We'll think of them like digital fingerprints and behavioral ticks. They let the system check out how your browser acts, what its unique signature looks like, even what your past browsing habits suggest. A simple bot? It's usually going to fail these more sophisticated checks.
Then you see this little gem, Array ID. I know it looks like just a random jumble of letters and numbers, but it's not. It's our case file number. It's a unique tracking code for this one single security check. It means that brief moment you were waiting, yeah, it was officially logged and recorded.
You know, this all leads to the biggest question in our whole mystery. Who actually has this kind of power? Who can just stop you, a user, cold, before you even get to the website you asked for? Who is this invisible detective? Because it's pretty clear it's not the website itself. You haven't even made it there yet.
Well, the answer, the big reveal, it's been hiding in plain sight this whole time, usually tucked away at the very bottom of the page. It's time to finally unmask the powerful company that's acting as the internet's invisible gatekeeper.
And there it is. Cloudflare, that's the name. This whole security check, this entire digital lineup you were just in, it was all being run by a company you probably had no idea was even involved. So who is Cloudflare anyway? Well, they're one of the biggest internet infrastructure companies on the planet. Millions of websites use their services. And a key thing they do is act like a huge protective shield, a gatekeeper that inspects all the traffic before it can even knock on the website store. So in that moment, you weren't talking to Medium.com. Nope, you were talking to Cloudflare. So after our gatekeeper has looked at all the evidence and made its call, we get to the final phase of this whole thing, the verdict. And for you, permission is granted. And you can see the steps laid out right here. First, it performs the security check. Then, step 2, you pass. Verification successful. You've been officially stamped as human. And only then, in step 3, does the gatekeeper finally open the gate and connect you to the actual website you wanted to see all along. So let's just piece this all together, right? That little moment of waiting had nothing to do with the website loading. It was an invisible third party, this powerful gatekeeper running a super fast background check on you and making a judgment call about whether you were legit enough to continue. So what's the big takeaway here? The main thing to remember is that the internet isn't always this direct line you think it is. It's actually full of these invisible checkpoints run by these massive companies that act as gatekeepers. They're constantly making split-second automated decisions about who gets in and who gets blocked. And this little mystery we just cracked, it happens billions of times every single day.
So, the next time you're just clicking around online and you see that little pause, think about it. That simple click might just be the start of another tiny investigation, another quick judgment by a silent guardian you never see. It kind of leaves you with a really interesting question, doesn't it? How many invisible gatekeepers did you pass today?